How you guys doing? This is Isaac Eubank and Egenti, and this is me and my favorite African. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have a comment, please say something, man. Talk to us down below on the Facebook event page. I mean, I know you can see us. I set it up myself. So let's do this, folks. Let's get into it. I want to thank really quick. I want to thank flirty30s.com, FLIRTYS.com. All right. The girls are live. They're waiting to talk to you as we speak. That's one of our sponsors. I also want to thank Happy Thrift on Facebook and eBay. That's your home for vintage everything. I'm talking gifts, knickknacks, whatever, clothes, hipsters. Hit it up right now. All right. Let's get into it. Cool. What's going on, my brother? Talk to me, man. How you been?
What's going on? What's going on? What's up, world? It's your boy, Egenti, your favorite African. I'm pretty excited today, man. It's a good day. It's a good Thursday morning. The good Lord decided to wake us up in the morning, so it's good. I'm happy. I'm feel energetic and rejuvenated and just living the dream, and I'm happy, man. What's up, people? Yeah, good. I'm great. Egenti in the building. Be my favorite African podcast.
Oh man. So I mean, well, what's going on with you though, Koo? Talk to me, brother. What you been doing this week?
Just got a lot of stuff going on. Just a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people talking about this Kobe Bryant's retirement, which I literally thought it was bullshit. This is what I don't understand about the whole him retiring. Everybody retires. That's just inevitable. That's what happens. You retire. That's okay. But he made like a sideshow. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody. They had people in L.A. come to pay homage to him. It's like it looked like a concert. I don't know if you watched it last night. They had celebrities there. They had like people flying all over the world just to see Kobe play basketball. The court seats were 38,000 a court seat. That's ridiculous. Just to see some guy, a 37-year-old guy, that's retiring from basketball. And oh, by the way, the Lakers had a sucky ass season this year.
Okay, are you done?
So they just like it's a whole bunch of mediocrity.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. I'm not done.
The word mediocrity in the
mediocrity
same
with
sentence
that
as Kobe fucking Bryant.
That shit was mediocrity at best. I mean that in a good way. It was mediocrity. Like Kobe Bryant. Oh yeah, what he's gonna do his last game? Yeah, what is he gonna do? He became the same old Kobe Bryant. Took a whole bunch of shots. And this is a perfect game for Kobe. It's his last game, and he could be a ball hog one last time.
Are you kidding me?
There's
no way in hell you could equate mediocre to fucking Kobe Bryant, man. Kobe Bryant is like freaking what Eddie Murphy was to comedy, man, or fucking even Chris Rock, man. Kobe Bryant is the shit, bro. He's one of the toughest players in the game. The dude, he comes out and he plays, man, no matter what. And he's earned it. I mean, he's earned all those accolades. He earned all those people, and if they're going to pay $38,000 for a floor seat, then they're fucking retarded, and they deserve to fucking pay that money. You know what I'm saying? If that was you, and you had a career as good as Kobe Bryant's, even a quarter as good as Kobe Bryant's, you would try and do the same exact thing when you came out to the game. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't just bow out quietly. That's bullshit.
Dude, I call bullshit. I feel like it's selfish. I feel like it's a very selfish act of him, because again, your team, they won like 10 games this year or something like that. So they won a lot of games, and he played his last game. Everybody makes it like they just won the championship.
You're comparing 1 year and 1 game to a fucking career, my friend. That dude is amazing.
He should be embarrassed by that. He should be embarrassed because the reason why the Lakers suck is because of him. It's because of Kobe Bryant. Nobody wants to play with him because they say he's a ball hog. He did not want to share the ball. He wants to be the superstar, and he did that last night. That was the pitiful. That's the typical. That last night was the pinnacle and showed me that Kobe Bryant is individual. That was really selfish and self-centered. It's my last game. I'm not going to play ball again. And he ended up playing. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. Ball. I'm glad he scored 60 points. I was surprised he actually scored 60 points. I was like, really? He scored 60 points? I thought he was going to score like maybe 20 points. But he scored 60 points, which was a miracle. I feel like, you know what it was? The funny part about it is, this is my thing. I think that game was fixed because Utah, trust me, and I tell you this, but I mean this seriously. Utah was eliminated when Rockets won. When the Rockets won, they got that bad news like, yo, Rockets just beat the hell out of Sacramento Kings. They were like, oh, okay, let Kobe be Kobe one last time. Because trust me, if Utah was still in the hunt, if the Rockets lost last night, shout out to Houston Rockets, H-Town, yeah. But anyway, if they did not win last night, we had a totally different conversation about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant would have got embarrassed at Staples Center, and he would have shut down, and he's gonna be crying in his press conference, going, "Man, I did the best I can. The Utah Jazz laid an egg. They just said, you know what? We're not the playoff. We're just gonna let Grandpa get out here. The Blazers going. They wouldn't even play defense.
Oh my God.
They wouldn't even play defense. It was like an all-star game.
Now I wish I would have watched the damn. I'm
Dude, I watched the game. They didn't play no defense on Kobe. It's like the coach of Utah was like, you know what, guys, just let Kobe shoot. Just let it be him. It's his last game. God damn it, just let him have it.
Oh my God, Koo, I think you're crazy, my friend.
They got Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson haven't been to the Lakers game in years. He was there last night because you know what? Because he wanted to see Kobe, the self-centered bastard. Let him go. Fuck Kobe.
Jelly, super jelly. The Nigerian is jealous. It's all good.
I'm a true Rockets fan. All my diehard Rockets fans know we don't like the Lakers. We don't like anything about the Lakers. The Lakers could burn down right there. Like Rockets fans, but like, good riddance. We ain't got to worry about them no more. You know how many championships the Lakers knocked us out of them? We could have like at least 8 championships if we didn't run to the Lakers.
Killing me over here.
Just saying.
Killing me over here.
Saying the fact.
Oh my God.
Number one Rocket. Every great athlete never did that. Oh, even Michael Jordan, the greatest athlete. Well, granted, I mean, he didn't even do that when he played for the Wizards. He didn't even make it off. You knew Michael Jordan was last year when he played for the Wizards. Hell, Michael Jordan knew that he was the last year playing for the Wizards, but he didn't make it like, hey, Michael Jordan's a very selfish player, but he never made it about, hey, it's me, I'm retired, guys. He didn't even do it about it. Everybody knew that shit, but he didn't make it like, oh man, every interview he does, oh, I'm just savoring the moment. It's gonna be crazy because I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. Ooh, boo hoo. You make so much money, you don't know what to do with your life. Boo, boo, hoo, 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 hoo. Yeah, fuck him.
I can't wait. To see you retire, Koo, and how this. You got some.
I'm not gonna make it a freak show.
Some
big old
silly freaking tribute with a church choir. It's gonna be some silly shit. I can already see it, man. You're gonna have people fucking lined up waiting to roast your ass, and man. I'm gonna point this fucking podcast out and be like, you remember back when you were talking shit about Kobe, man, and you got all this going on, purple suits.
You can play the soundbite. I don't care about it. I'm telling you, that was the most selfish, arrogant shit I've ever seen. I've never seen my whole 34 years of living. I've never seen one player say, "Hey, I'm retired," and the whole world go, "Oh, Kobe Bryant, the Mamba's retired. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself." You're gonna move on. You're gonna wake up in the morning and go to work. Or whatever you do when you wake up. It's just what it is, Kobe. It's a basketball game. It's not the end of the world. I don't know what I'm going to do in my chapter. I'm just going to find something else just to keep me motivated. Yeah. You know what he's thinking about doing? You know what his next chapter is? Writing stories.
Good.
That's what he wants to do after basketball. He's like, I want to be a writer. I want to write stories and blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, yeah. What's it going to be called? Mamba Chronicles?
This guy, man.
What's the name of your first novel? Ball Hog?
Oh man, it's such a hater.
Snitch. Is it gonna be called Snitch? Like he snitched Shaq? Like he snitched on Shaq? Kobe Bryant's the only player that got arrested and says, "Hey, I'm not the only one that cheats on my wife. Shaq does it all the time." He told the cops that. Why are you telling the cop that your cop is taking you to jail in the back of a cop car? The cop was like, "Hey man, you know you fucked up, right?" He goes, "I know, but I'm not the only one that fucks up." What? Are you kidding me? That guy last night? Yeah, fuck him.
Wow.
Well, I will say this. I will say he's a great player. I'm not a hater. I do understand that he had a lot of great games. I'm not gonna say that. But what he did last night showed me why I hated him even more, because that was very selfish and very self-centered. That's all I'm saying, Isaac.
Wow. Well, Koo, damn, I have nothing for you, man. I can't even come back.
Because you know I'm making sense, man.
No, it's not
It's
making
not
sense,
making
man.
sense.
I think that Kobe's a fantastic player. I don't pay too much attention to his personal life because he's a person, man, just like you and me. If I was in his shoes, I'd have fucked up twice as much. You know what I'm saying? So, more power to fucking Kobe. I'm happy that you had a great night last night. You fucking retired on the top.
Yeah, he had a great night against a team that laid down.
Keep going, man. Do your
Utah
thing.
Jazz.
Write your book.
Okay, let me
Write
ask
your
you this.
book.
Let me ask
Do
you
your
this. Let me
thing.
ask you this. Let me ask you this. This is real honest true. I'm actually right now. And you got to ask me a question. Okay, if the last game was against the Golden State Warriors, obviously shout out to the Golden State Warriors. They actually won 73 games. They made it was an NBA record. They won the most game in NBA history for a regular season. If the game was against the Golden State Warriors, do you think that Kobe would score 60 points, or you think it would be a blowout by the Golden State Warriors? They would blow the Lakers out of the park.
I don't watch basketball, so I don't have a fucking clue, man.
But I'm just telling you. I'm telling you, the Golden State Warriors won like 73 games this year. They broke the Bulls record. So if they're going against a team like the Golden State, you think Kobe would have 60 points? Oh God, of course not. No, he wouldn't. Dude, the Utah Jazz, I don't even know. They just showed up to get a paycheck. They didn't even do no defense. They let him just go, hey, just whatever, let Kobe do his thing. No, trust me when I tell you this, the Utah Jazz actually laid it down for Kobe. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah, he scored 60 points. Yeah, but it was against the Utah Jazz, which are horrible. They're horrible.
Oh, my God.
They had nothing to play for.
You're breaking my heart, Q, but it's okay, man.
I'm being honest.
You know, it's okay, man. I'm not mad at you. I do like your shirt, though, man. I do like your shirt. We're twins tonight. You know what I'm saying? So,
this is the first time in our podcast history we actually have the same shirt on. That's crazy.
I know, right? That is crazy. You going to St. Dane's after this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
I gotta go to that dojo, man. I gotta go to the dojo.
Yeah, we're gonna be matching, man. I'll be there too. It feels good getting back out there, man. It feels good. I had a rough crowd last night, though, man. They were not there for comedy. They were there to watch Kobe, and that was about.
Self-centered guy again. That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, but no, man. I'm excited about St. Dane's. This week for me, nothing's really new. I got a new puppy, man. That's about it.
I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah, man. My little boy, my oldest, he found a puppy in the front yard and brought him in, and we kind of rescued him. So a little Rottweiler puppy, man. So that's kind of cool. We're excited about that.
You got it. Is it he or she?
It's a boy.
You got him vaccinated yet?
We're going probably to the Saturday to go do that. All the shots, so we haven't had a chance. Yeah. So excited about that, man. And then I'm supposed to be writing, man, but I've been fucking around with this little puppy, and I've been watching Netflix, man. Especially after that Batman Superman, I can't get enough of fucking Justice League. So my girl's getting mad. I need to get off my ass, man, before I have to go back to stripping. But yeah, man, that's all that's been going on over here, man. Is just this puppy and Netflix, man. I'm telling you, I don't know about you. But this Justice League is addicting, man. All these cartoons, I feel like a kid again, man.
I haven't watched it yet. I just actually I watch Netflix a lot. I'm actually I like documentaries, man. I watch a lot of documentaries on Netflix, so that's what I watch. I've been watching since I finished your Daredevil. Oh, you gotta watch Daredevil. Gotta watch Daredevil. Gotta watch Kobe plays last game. Are you ready for Bernie Sanders? Are you ready for Bernie Sanders? Yeah, Bernie Sanders. Yeah. All that bullcrap. Yes, I finally finished watching Daredevil, so I like to watch documentaries. And the documentaries that I like is a documentary. They do like 10-year errors or whatever, and it's CNN documentary, but that's on Netflix. It's called the 60s and the 70s. It's pretty good. It tells you, like, it breaks down the era of the 60s with the drugs, with the free music, with the free movement, and the 70s talk about drugs, terrorism. It just breaks down different eras and talks about crime. I think my favorite one is the 70s one because they talked about the crime and they were talking about different kind of America changed. Like, I'm more sure they had like serial killers before that, but in the 70s it became like a very epidemic. So it had like different kinds of serial killers that I forgot about. They showed the Charlie Manson serial killer. They showed Ted Bundy. They showed Jim Jones. They showed the Uncle Sam, and they just were talking about like what they were doing to their victims, and it's a pretty good ass documentary, man. Like I didn't even know about Ted Bundy. I heard about it, but I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy, man. And
Everybody, that's the first everybody said about he's a good-looking guy. They just happened to be a serial killer, and he kind of studied law, but he wasn't a lawyer. But he actually represented himself.
mm-hmm.
And they said they showed it was funny. Like every time they showed a camera, he had a face with a camera.
Yeah.
And the funny part, they had chicks going to the courtroom and they interview him, going, "Oh my God, he's so good looking."
That's what surprises me. That's what surprises me about serial killers is how charismatic they are, and they get these people.
Not a lot of them are charismatic. I don't want to go say all that.
Look at Manson, man. He had a whole fucking bunch of followers and shit. I mean, people actually listened to this guy and they followed him, and they got to be
Manson wasn't a serial killer. Manson he just had a cult. He was a cult.
Yeah. Well. Anyways, he's still sick in the head, man, dude.
Oh yeah, of course,
to get people to go along with that kind of craziness, man. That's something I can't even. I can barely talk chicks into fucking coming home with me at the bar. You know what I mean? Let alone fucking going on a fucking killing spree. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't imagine. What would you say to somebody? What would be your opening line? You know what I'm saying? How would you know that person would be willing to cross that line with you?
It was crazy, man. He had his followers were women, and he had this one chick. She tried to kill the president.
Yeah.
Try to kill who was the president at the time? Who was the president at the time? She tried to kill.
Reagan?
Was it? No, it wasn't Reagan. Was it Lyndon Johnson?
I don't have a clue, man. Come on.
Yeah, but it was I want to say Lyndon Johnson. She tried to shoot him, and they tackled her. And she goes, and the first thing she said was, "Oh my God, I can't believe my gun didn't work." What?
Wow.
Like he got these women spaced out, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And they said when he got locked up, he literally put an X on his head to just show that he's like excommunicated from civilization. So yeah, Charles Manson was a crazy person, man.
Yeah, man. I was watching some documentaries on Netflix too. I was watching those ones about crime and just different types of crime. Like you have people that launder money, you have people that sell like knockoffs and stuff like that. And they had pimps on there. That's another type of profession, man. Is where you got to control women or get have some kind of charisma to get women to do what you want to do. Like I could never see myself in that position. Like what would the opening line be? How would you get a woman to do that? To actually sell herself and to give you 100% of what she's making on the fucking streets. That shit's crazy.
What was told to me was by ex-pimp. He said that what the pimps do, not all of them do, they get the girls, obviously from the small towns. They don't know better. They're just like green and just happen to be in a big city. And they just turn them out. They just turn them out like they perform oral sex to them. They perform oral sex. They say, "Hey, this is how I want you to feel every time because I'm going to do this to you to make you feel good. But this is what I'm doing to pleasure you." But when when somebody fucks you with their dick, that's business. That's what actually sounds crazy. It sounds really nuts. But that's what an ex-pimp told me. That's how he got his girls turned out. He goes down on them, show like, "Hey, this is real making love."
Oh,
but when you're on the strip, when somebody putting their dirty dick in you, you're making money.
Wow. So this dude goes and gets himself some dumbass country bumpkin, eats her out, and makes her come.
Makes her feel great. That's how weak they were back then.
So because she came, he's like, "Look, this is making love, and this is what you experience with me. I'm about to send you out on the street
to make money.
What you're gonna experience is just getting some dick, and you making money. You ain't getting love, so don't fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it fucked up. Don't mistake it."
Exactly.
And then when you come back home, you give me all that money, and I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna make love to you. I'm gonna lick that nasty pussy that's been taking all them dirty dicks all day.
You gotta do what you gotta do to make that money. You gotta make her happy. You gotta make. That's what the truth is.
That dude is not bright. That dude's not bright. That dude probably got all kind of junk in his teeth, man. But wow, that's crazy.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
That's crazy. The life of a pimp, man. The life of a
Life of a
pimp.
pimp. You know, it's
Yeah.
funny. Like back then, back in the '70s, in the '80s, the pimps actually got on drugs, and how they got on drugs, which is the irony of it, they got on drugs through their prostitutes. They prostitute introduced them to drugs.
Oh, wow.
Which is the ironic part of the whole thing. Like in Memphis, where I lived in Memphis, they have a lot of pimps in Memphis. So
Yeah.
that's how I met one of the pimp, ex pimp, and he was telling me the story of how he became a pimp and stuff like. And he said he got on crack through his hoes. His hoes introduced him to crack. Like, hey, daddy, you want to try this shit right quick? And he smokes it and got sprung.
Man, okay. You've lived in Memphis, you lived in Louisiana, and Texas. How come you sound like you're from fucking Connecticut, man? What's up with that? You you talk pretty straight, man. Where's your draw at, man? All these places you came from, man, they got some thick accents, man.
Because I wasn't born there. Maybe that's the reason.
I'm just saying, you don't sound Nigerian. You don't sound like you come from Lagos. You don't sound like you come from Memphis. You don't sound like you come from Louisiana. You don't sound like you come from Texas, man. You have this pretty clean,
I
clear
sound
and
like me,
concise.
Isaac. I sound like me. That's what I am. I'm me. I don't sound like anybody but me.
Oh, it's just very confusing to me sometimes, man.
No, it's not. I'm
Yeah,
a human.
if this was just like a podcast that was strictly sound, no video, and it was me and my favorite African, they'd be like, "Where the hell is the African?" You know what I mean?
See, that would be the person's subconscious, racist subconscious mind going, I didn't hear no African accent. Like Africans always automatically should have accent to them. They have
Right?
Africans who sound like me.
No, I
I mean,
know. It's just funny to me, man. Because a lot of people, wherever you're from, is usually what you pick up. You pick up those kind of words and colloquialisms and stuff.
right.
And you didn't pick up any of that. You sound like you sound like you learned English from Mr. Rogers.
That was funny. Funny you mentioned Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers was, in the '70s. That's when he got big too, in the '70s. And
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street used to come on around the same time on PBS.
Yep.
And like Mr. Rogers was like the first adult to teach kids stuff about school.
Hmm.
How creepy was that shit, right?
Yeah, I know, man. Well, dude, Mr. Rogers. I mean, he taught me, man. My mom, she literally like raised us on the TV, and PBS, man, was probably one of the only channels that we can get because we were always broke. We only got like 3 channels, so I was
Right.
raised on Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street and freaking Reading Rainbow. I don't know if you remember Reading Rainbow, man.
Yeah, with the guy from Kunta Kinte, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why I said
shit.
he's always gonna be called Kunta Kinte. I don't even know.
What's funny is originally he's the reason why I became a Star Trek fan originally because I was raised on Reading Rainbow and then I seen him on Star. I'm like, why is the dude from Reading Rainbow on Star Trek with fucking a hairband over his eyes? That shit was funny to me, man.
So you never did you see Roots when it came
No,
out or not really?
I never saw. I was young when it came out, man. I probably saw it, later
The
in life.
Roots came out in
It was a long time
'78,
ago.
'79, like late '70s.
Yeah, I was born '77, so
So
yeah.
you was like a kid when that came out.
I was a
You couldn't
baby.
process it. Yeah,
I
you
was a
couldn't
baby
process what you
still,
watched.
yeah. And then if I did see it, I saw it later on. So that I don't really remember much of it, man. But I mean, it supposedly is like this, or it's a good movie. But I mean, I know enough about the American history. I mean,
Yeah, because on that documentary I was telling you about the '70s, it says that when Roots came out, it literally took America by storm because America's never seen anything like that on the screen, like on a TV screen. Like people, it was like they watching slavery or how evil slave masters were to black people, and they were watching it it was like 8 series, so it was like 8 episodes of that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it just took over it took over America. America they just never knew how bad slavery
Yeah.
was. And when that came out, it was an eye opener.
Yeah.
And they said when they were shooting the film or shooting the document, whatever they were shooting, it seemed like they had a lot of people hated it. A lot of people hated the whole idea of them doing a Roots movie.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear the truth, man. Nobody wants to really know what happened. You like to think, we like, we like to think that we know, and we like to romanticize the past. You know,
Right.
nobody wants to think about what really happened. You know, when people think about the South, they like to think of big belle dresses and these beautiful like Southern belle parties that they would have, these
Right.
cotillions and stuff. You know, and nobody likes to think about the real shit, man. And then when you bring that up, they get really, uncomfortable and they act like, you're the person with the problem.
You know,
But
it's funny. Like I said, the funny part about it is it won a lot of Emmys.
mhm.
That series won a lot of Emmys. It was just funny, just seeing. And what it did was they used like this for the slave masters. They used a lot of TV dads as the slave masters.
Mhm.
So a lot of the white guys were like famous TV dads on TV, and they played slave masters in the show just to get
Oh,
people to watch it,
it
which
kind
was
of
crazy.
it would. Do you think it fucked them up for work?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I don't. It probably did. It probably did because I wasn't born in the '70s, so I didn't know. I didn't recognize the white people that were slave masters, but they were like TV dads that they used for the slave masters on there, and they had like a lot of famous people on there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. I forgot the guy from the bald headed black guy with the mustache that did the movie Iron Eagle. Remember the Iron Eagle? Kind of
Oh,
like a.
Louis Gossip Jr.,
There
man.
you go. He was in there. He was
Yeah.
Kunta Kinte's dad.
Yeah, Louis Gossett. Louis Gossett Jr. was also in one of my favorite movies, man. Enemy Mines. You remember that movie where he played the alien?
Never seen that one.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch that shit, man. That shit's the hot shit right there.
When did
He
it come out?
back in the 80s, 90s, whatever, late 80s, early 90s, or some shit like that. But yeah, man, it's two space. The humans are fighting some alien race, and we're having some war, intergalactic war, and they both get stranded on a planet, and they gotta survive together and shit. And it's good, man. It's a
It's good.
good, yeah, it's a good movie, man.
It's funny.
It's a good
They,
movie.
they was talking about then they talk about the TV shows with Good Times because I didn't even know Good Times was a spinoff of All in the Family
Yeah.
because the black people they did a cameo on that show and the guy that created All in the Family was like, you know what, I'm gonna create a show about black people in the projects. That's what Good Times came out. Then he started having a lot of black people that are wealthy. Was like, hey, not all black people in the projects. So the guy created Jefferson's. So it's just funny how them three shows got to spin off of each other. And
Yeah.
And Mr. Jefferson, well, George Jefferson was like the black version of Archie Bunker.
Mm.
It was just a funny. I didn't know that. Just watching that documentary, I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know that. It's crazy.
Yeah. See, me, I grew up on watching that stuff, man. But honestly, I didn't. I was so little that I didn't pay that much attention. I remember Good Times. I remember all those shows that you mentioned, man. I remember watching Red Fox, as a kid. But I I remember more cartoons. I
Let
paid
me
more.
blow your mind right quick. CBS was considered edgy back then.
Yeah.
In the '70s, CBS used to get a lot of trouble by the FDA because of what they said. Because back then you couldn't say anything like that. So when Archie Bunker was doing his
FCC.
stuff,
Yeah.
FCC, yeah, he got in trouble with FCC because they kept he had so much complaint. And the show was on for like 11 years. So like he had so much complaint, so much. He would say all kinds. The stuff he can't even say now, he was saying it then.
Yeah. You remember Different Strokes?
Yeah.
Man, that was one that stuck with me. I remember that one. Different Strokes. I used to watch that, and then the one with Webster. Man, I forget what they called it, but
Webster.
was it
It's
just
called Webster.
Yeah, yeah. I watched. Yeah, I watched
yeah,
both.
it's called Webster.
No, I said was it Webster? Yeah, I didn't remember.
Webster. Yeah.
Dude, those are the two that I watched, man. I loved those growing up as a kid,
That's
man.
the 80s. You're talking about the 80s, okay.
Yeah, I always wanted to be those those two little kids, man. I'm like, I want a rich white guy to come adopt me.
You wanted to be a midget black kid?
No, man. I just wanted that little rich lifestyle.
Like,
They
I
had
want to be
all the
like
cool
I want to be a
toys,
little
man.
black kid so Michael Jackson might touch me, maybe. That's funny.
No, they had all the cool shit, man, coming up. Those shows were fun. Do you remember watching like any of the Hanna-Barbera shit, like He-Man and fucking all that stuff?
Space
man.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Captain Caveman.
Hell yeah, man.
And that, of course, Birdman. You know, all Hanna-Barbera cartoons all were the same thing.
Yeah.
All of them the same thing, same plot, same everything, just different characters.
Yeah.
I think my favorite would probably have to be Birdman. Birdman was my shit. I love Birdman.
That's crazy, man. And then to think that all that stuff was competing with stuff like Dragon Ball, and I didn't even know about it back then, man.
Really?
Yeah, and
Dragon
Dragon
Ball was
Ball.
showed. It was shown in America at the time.
Yep. And I started watching it later on in life, man, and then I got into it, and I just felt so stupid, like I missed out, man. But it was so crazy because I remember distinctively turning it on there and going, ugh, what is this Japanese stuff? This is foreign. Like,
But the graphics was phenomenal.
they weren't what I was raised with. I was
Right,
raised
the
with.
graphics was like if you compared like the Hanna-Barbera cartoons to fucking the Japanese anime, that they were like ahead of their times. Like Voltron came out like in the early 70s,
Hmm.
but the
I did
graphics was
watch me
so
some
the
Voltron.
graphics was great, man. The graphics was great. That was like edgy.
Yeah, I didn't get it as a kid. I was one of them dumb kids, It was like you had to pick, do you like
Really?
are you a Ford kid or are you a Chevy kid type thing, you know what I'm saying? So are you
See,
gonna
I was
do
Nigeria. I barely spoke English, but I got fucking Voltron.
No, I liked Voltron. I'm just saying the comparison, if you're gonna choose, if you're gonna be one of the on Saturday morning, are you gonna spend your morning watching Hanna-Barbera or are you gonna spend it watching Japanese animation? And when I was a kid, I was definitely all American, It's like, yeah, I gotta watch my American shit. But it was probably being drawn up in fucking China for all I know, man. So
Them damn commies.
right. Man, so yeah, you're staying busy right now, man. I've been seeing a lot of shows and improv and stuff like that, man. Tell me about it, man. What's going on with you?
Yeah, I got a 420 show next week, which is funny. I'm on a 420 show that I don't even smoke weed, which is pretty weird. But I'm on a 420 show with my boy Rich Williams. He's headlining the show. It's me. We got Suntran. Got Andrew Clarkson. Got Nia DeBow. Shout out to Nia DeBow.
Yeah,
And got who I'm missing. I'm missing one more person. Oh yeah, Tommy Barrett. So Tommy Barrett's on the show as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun show, man. Shout out to Carlos Wallace. He's the guy that actually had made this stuff all possible, man. He's the #1 producer, man. He produces a shit ton of comedy shows, and he actually from this show actually booked me to do another show in Dallas, July 28th. So I'm coming to Dallas, July 28th. So get ready, my Dallas people. Yeah, coming to the Arlington Improv. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be a busy summer, man. Busy summer for me, man. So I got a lot of stuff going on. So, but my current project is next week at the Houston Improv, 420.
that's cool. And you just did the homegrown show last night.
Did a show
And
there with the local talent. Shout out to Chase DeRusso. We had a whole bunch of cast. We had like Chase DeRusso close the show out. We had Dusty Rhodes, had Bryson Brown, had John Wynn, had Roxy Hayes who was on the show. Roxy, you're a pro now, baby. Had Roxy Hayes. We had Scotty Peterson. I'm missing one more. Ryan McGee.
cool.
So yeah, it was good show. Crowd was decent, good crowd, good intimate crowd. So my ideal crowd, it was such a perfect crowd because you had the black people, you had white, you had Spanish, you had a couple of Asian people. So it was like a very diverse crowd last night. I loved it. I love crowd like that.
That's cool.
Love it.
That's cool, man. Doing big things. I'm loving it, man. I am loving it. And then, did you catch Bryson Brown's little video clip he put out on Facebook, man?
About weed.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious, man.
That's funny.
Right?
That's funny.
Man, a lot of comics, man, doing some stuff, man.
Got to, man. We all we got. It's all
Yeah.
we got. It's all we got. We have to be, because I think Blame the Comic said something that makes sense. He says that a lot of people don't watch TV no more. They watch this.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get them to notice you on this, you're doing all right.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Because people are constantly on their phone anyway.
Right.
So if you can get them to go, hey, yeah, okay, I like that. Because I think TV is gonna be obsolete in maybe the next 10 years.
Exactly, and that's why I love me and my favorite fucking African, man. I love doing this, man. That's why we got to keep
TV's
getting
gonna
it
be
out.
obsolete.
You guys got to keep fucking with us, man. You know, help us out. Hit subscribe, like, right now. Like, right now. Just hit subscribe.
Right,
that's all you got to do right now.
Click down below right now.
Yep, that's it.
And subscribe to our podcast.
That's it.
You know, it's funny.
Subscribe.
It's funny you met. I met somebody that listened to our podcast. He goes, "Be my favorite African." That's a very interesting name. I was like, yeah, like it kind of rhymes. It's like it rolls off the tongue. I was like, yeah, it kind of does. Be my favorite African. Yeah. Then he goes, then somebody said, "Who's the me? Who's the guy me? Who's the me?" This is all my man Isaac Eubank. And he goes, "Who's African?"
Hello. That's what I'm telling you, man. You don't sound like you're an African. You sound like you're from fucking Connecticut, man. I don't know what the deal is, bro.
I've got Connecticut. No, I get more up north. I get the up north stuff. Like, hey, you from New York? You from Yonkers? You from Brooklyn? He's like, I don't know where I'm from. I don't know.
Yeah, well, Connecticut, that's northern New York. But yeah, man. You know, that's what I'm saying, bro. You sound very, very. We'll just say proper. But yeah, that's cool, man. I'm loving doing the Me and My Favorite African thing. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Please like the video. Please, you know, share it. Let the people know. Let your friends know. Give them a chance to watch, man. Maybe they haven't got a chance to see us. We're going to be doing this every Thursday, guys. Keep fucking with us. If you guys want to come see us do some comedy, check out Comedy Scene in Texas on Facebook. Also, tonight we're going to be at St. Dane's, so come check us out, man. We're doing open mic. We're trying some new shit. It should be fun. All right, you guys. We love you. We'll see you again next week. Peace.
Peace.